Okay, as you can see, I have all of the pin components laid out here in a configuration of how they're going to go together. Now we're going to start with this particular pin. According to the directions, we need to take our bottom piece here and we are going to slip the rubber grip over this shaft where we cut off this plastic or acrylic, I guess, off of there. We're going to slide this soft rubber grip all the way back there. Now see how that bushing, cutting it to that bushing, made that line up? Look at that. Is that not? That is nice. That's good. There's a good fit and finish right there. Okay, that is sweet, and that's going to look good. Now, according to the instructions, the next thing we want to do is we want to take the tip. Okay. Now the tip has got this little notch here, and it's designed so that it gets it started in there. And we're going to take this, and remember earlier, we're going to get it started in there like so. And I told you about the press part. There it is. There's my press. Just a little clamp. You know, I'm sorry, it ain't nothing fancier. There goes Steve, bad mouthing the clamp. But anyhow, but carefully hold this, you know, because I got to make sure that it doesn't twist on me since I'm using a clamp, because a regular press would work better. Okay, so press that in there. Now let's move this all up and around here. Kind of see it's all bunched up there. And want that all pushed down here. Kind of move it around there like so. And I'll probably end up having to take and trim that right there to make that, to see that fit there. A little bit of lip there. I can take an X-Acto knife and I'll trim that, and I'll make that fit really nice. Okay. Alright. So now we've done the tip and we've done the other part, the gripper. The next thing we want to do is we want to press the pin mechanism into that, and that would be this. And these you press in. Can you see this little indentation right here? You only want to press that in up to that point right there. Okay. Blow out the little bit of dust that's in there. Alright, I'm going to slip that in there, get it started with my hand again. Kind of get it started there. Take my fancy pin press clamp here. I'm going to put it in there. Push it down there ever so easily. Slightly. Give it a little tension or pressure on there. Get my hand up here so I can hold that and guide that in there straight. And you want to push it just till you get to that indentation pushed in there. Give it little squeezes till I get in there. Just always go a little more, but I'm going to tell you, if you don't have all dissembler kits and what have you, it's tough to get it back apart. Okay? There's that. Steve is being extra vocal. Like I said, every hillbilly needs to have a bloodhound. Okay. Now we've pressed the pin mechanism into that, and it stopped at that little mark like I was talking about earlier. And now we can. Now let's take this. We'll press the cap through the clip and into the narrow end. That would be this piece here. We're going to take it. We're going to put it in the narrow end into the little clip, just like that. It'll slip right in there, and you can get these, you know, with symbols and emblems that, you know, maybe suit your fancy. Anyway, you're gonna push that in there like that. They have them with fish. If you'll notice, the rifle shell one has one that has a rifle on it, actually. Okay, now we've done this. Put that on there. We're going to slip the center band over this part. Sometimes that takes a little coaxing. Push that in there like so, and there, that fits really nice. Also gives it just, and then the band's got a little bubble to it, so it adds a little something to it. Pull a little tip off of the pin. This is a twist pin. We're going to insert the pin mechanism inside there. Alright. Screw it in because it's threaded. Okay, now that's threaded. Turn it back. And now, earlier I was telling you about patterns. This is where it's kind of neat, because you can see I'm looking at those patterns there in this pin. See those two black lines come together, and here's this black line over here. I'm going to put that together so where those will match, and then see, that'll match, and then that will match in the closed position of this pin. Okay, and it's like any other twist pin. You simply just push it down over there like that, and look at that. Look how those all come together. Is that not an awesome looking pin? And the neat thing about it is, give me a second here. The neat thing about it is you know, you don't have to have a lot of expensive equipment to make it. You know, I just used a regular clamp. You know, I guess you could buy the pin press and pay $50 to have it, but the most expensive piece of equipment I got is probably the lathe and my drill press, and it's just those two pieces of equipment. I use a chop saw to cut my blanks, but you could use a miter saw, or you know, a little hand miter. That's what I used to use until I got to where I just got lazy. But and the pins were just as fine when they came together. But as long as you're careful when you're using the clamp to press it, it works really well. You know, I don't want to lie. Someday I may mess them up. But look at that. Look at the colors in that pin. Depth. And this is a pin, like I said before, I made it for my cousin out of Colorado. I think she's going to love it. She personally picked this particular blank because I made one for her husband out of this blank. But anyhow, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to trim this up a little bit, do a little bit of finishing up on it, and call it good. Thanks for joining in.